Animal shelters.
Introduction. Animals have many different types of shelters. Shelters protect animals and their young from predators and from unfavorable weather conditions. The most common shelters are mounds, nests, burrows, shells, and caves. Some animal parents provide shelter for their young with their own bodies. Other shelters are more unusual. Some animals form partnerships with other kinds of animals for protection. Other animals shelter inside the food they eat. Some animals do not have shelters of their own but take over the shelters of other animals. Mounds. Termite mounds are built as air-conditioned shelters for entire termite colonies. Some termite mounds may be almost 20 feet high. Mallee fowl build very large mounds to protect and incubate their eggs.
Nests. The nests of mistletoe birds are pear-shaped pouches made from plant down that is bound together with cobwebs. They hang from small branches and are often decorated with brown caterpillar castings, dried wattle blossom, and lichen. Paper nest wasps also hang their nests from trees or sometimes under overhanging roofs. The wasps chew wood to make the walls of their nests, which are like papier-mâché. There is a separate cell for each young wasp in the nest.
Burrows. Female platypuses build special nesting burrows in which to raise their young. They plug these burrows with mud and damp leaves to keep out intruders. Many trapdoor spiders built silk-lined burrows that can be closed by hinged doors. The well-fitting trapdoors are made from layers of silk and soil. Shells. Many snails grow hard shells which protect their soft bodies. They can withdraw completely into these portable shelters. As the snails grow, they enlarge their shells by adding new layers to them. Hermit crabs use the empty shells of sea snails as portable shelters. As the crabs grow bigger, they move into larger shells. Caves. Caves provide shelter for bat colonies during daylight. The bats hang upside down from the roofs of the cave. Moray eels use underwater caves and holes for shelter. The eels lie in wait for their prey with their heads just outside the holes and their long bodies hidden away inside. Shelter by parents. Female kangaroos have special pouches for sheltering their young, which are called joeys. The joeys live in the pouches and suckle milk from their mothers. Female stomach brooding frogs use their stomachs as nurseries. They swallow their fertilized eggs and later vomit out the froglets that have hatched and developed in their stomachs. Shelter by animal partners. The stinging tentacles of sea anemones provide shelter for clownfish. Predators will not attack the clownfish while they are among the tentacles. The clownfish are protected from the stings by a slime that covers their bodies. Some caterpillars shelter in ants' nests during the day. The ants protect and assist the caterpillars and escort them to their food source at night. In return, the caterpillars provide the ants with an edible substance secreted their bodies. Shelter and food sources. Larvae of leaf-mining insects live between the upper and lower surfaces of a leaf. They feed on the layer of leaf cells around them. Enough. Witchetty grubs tunnel safe homes into the roots of stems of small trees and shrubs. They feed only on these roots and stems. Invaders. Very few cuckoos build their own shelters. Most cuckoos lay single eggs in other birds' nests and leave the young to be raised by the host birds.
Some wasps place their eggs in the egg cases of praying mantises. The developing wasps eat the mantises' eggs, and eventually the adult wasps emerge from the egg cases.